Hey guys, this is Sleepless Authors here. So I recently started posting videos again, but prior to the last couple weeks, I kind of took a 6-month break from YouTube, so I just thought I'd kind of tell you guys about what's been going on and kind of what caused that long break. So the first thing was work. I was working at a startup and I learned a lot and that was really cool, but the hours were long and my commute was even longer. And ultimately I was kind of looking around for work elsewhere, so I started working in New York City. I landed a really cool job. I'm doing like writing and graphic design, which is like all the stuff I'm interested in, so I'm really happy with that. But I've also been getting used to kind of like that New York City grind, which required moving a little bit closer. So I moved from where I was out in Worcester, New Jersey to be a fair bit closer to the city. Still in New Jersey though, because I am a Jersey girl at heart. Other stuff I've been up to is I've been writing like a crazy person on Medium recently. I have surpassed the 100 article mark recently, which I'm pretty happy about. It's another thing that's been like a learning experience along the way, and I've definitely like concentrated a lot of my time and mental resources on improving the way I write for Medium. It's pretty interesting because web content writing, it kind of feeds off of some of those skills that you develop as an undergraduate, because like solid web content writing is going to always have some kind of factual basis behind what you're talking about. Like you can't just say the sky is pink. You need to make a good compelling argument. You need to have scientific backing on why you think the sky is pink. And if you don't, people aren't going to take you very seriously. This is obviously a silly example, but you get the idea. Like, if you write about anything, it really helps you a lot to have some kind of research base. But just like you practice, like back in high school and college, you also need to integrate that research into your work very organically. So that's been something that I've spent a lot of time on mastering in the last few months, just like all the different facets of blogging and writing articles. The next big thing is I have been actively working on and editing the book that I wrote last year during National Novel Writing Month. So my book is kind of like a near future sci-fi story. It's only set like 20-30 years into the future. I don't have an exact date on it because I always worry that when you have a futuristic technology, if you slap a specific year on it and that year comes to pass and it doesn't exist, it always looks a little bit weird after your work has been around for a while. But so I hit the 50,000 word mark last year. Right now I'm between 60 and 70,000 because ultimately the book is going to be between 80 and 90,000. So there was still a fair bit more writing to do after National Novel Writing Month. So I've just been working on finishing the book and editing what I wrote during the event. But I still made a huge amount of progress last year, so I never regret taking part in National Novel Writing Month. I've also been keeping busy on Instagram. So far this year, I think I've written over 100 poems. I took part in National Poetry Writing Month as well, which was a challenge to write, a poem for every day in the month of April. And it was going really well until I had a interesting setback. So it was a really awesome, exciting setback. So I had the opportunity to kind of like cash in all my credit card points and book a flight over to Italy. So I took one of my dream vacations. I went to Venice, I went to Florence, I went to Sorrento and Naples and Rome, and it was really amazing. I wanted to go to Venice ever since I was a little kid, since I read so many books that took place in Venice or were inspired by it, and seeing the real thing did not disappoint at all. So that was another big thing that kept me busy. But I will say, part of that trip was in April, and I did not miss a single day of National Poetry Writing Month. I would sometimes post a little bit late because of time zones and just kind of like flights and all that kind of stuff, but I still managed to do all 30-some poems in the month, so I am pretty happy about that. That basically sums up what I've been up to. That's basically why I haven't been creating much content on YouTube until now. But thank you guys for sticking with me, and I hope to bring you lots of good writing and book stuff in the future. If you are interested in checking out what I'm up to on Medium or reading some of my poetry on Instagram, I've included some links in the description. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you next time.